Hello, everybody. Welcome to another a bit of a late start, but welcome to another lovely match of this SMZ3 randomizer. I see that Pansnek just got bombs inside the chapel. Anyways, I'm joined tonight by Frankenrock,
Hello there.
and this match is already on the way. Kamadora stream appears to be having an issue, but in the meantime, we have Pansnek heading straight towards doing the I forgot the name of this room. It's the room where you get 225 rupees. The name just slipped right past my head.
It's the room that does the stuff.
Like, I know what it is. It just memory just gone for a second. But he'll get a good 225 rupee boost right there, so which is pretty helpful. Pool hand, that's what it is. Okay, that's yeah. Like I said, mine just went blank suddenly. Ooh, fire rod right out of there. It's nice to get that earlier. Ooh, I say a map check. I caught that the tower and desert were normal crystal. I saw a crystal over in Eastern, but I can't confirm it was 5 or 6 or not.
I think it was 7 actually.
Okay, so then that would basically be all normal crystals in the Night World. This could be a bad thing. If you think that, I was like, oh, maybe we don't have to do like 3 Dark World dungeons. Everything's all great and wonderful. But that just means people won't be tempted to check those dungeons, and they could hide critical items, and you could just be stuck wandering forever. Only hearts from the tree pole. Got some bomb drops from this guy though, which is pretty helpful. Just 300 rupees.
300 rupees up there.
Yeah, so most likely won't be coming back for that unless, it's convenient and Aga 1 is still required. But even then, just money at this point, not really needed. Alright, so we're gonna get our forest checks, and then he's probably gonna just go straight to the Kakariko village area. There's a lot of checks in quick succession in that region. Might as well. There's nothing we can really do in Super Metroid anyways. Half magic over there. Logically, there's only 1 item we can get in Super Metroid right now. 2, if you go out of logic a little bit and get a little boost from enemy to get the item in the ceiling. But it's really not really worth it at the moment. Oh, hammer.
Hammer.
Yeah, it's not really worth it at the moment when there's a lot you can get in Kakariko right now, especially, and South Hyrule as well. So with that hammer, we do have 1 part of the access to the Dark World. We still need a glove, and we'll still need the Moon Pearl, wherever it is. Pansnek heading right for Blind's hideout here. There are 5 checks here to get. One of them which requires a bomb, so it's always good to enter this place with bombs so you don't have to come back twice. Nothing super amazing with the first 4 chests. Pieces of hearts are kind of nice earlier on since you're stuck on 3 hearts, but you gotta get 4 for a heart container. Oh, well, there's a morph also. That just, well, that kinda doesn't open up Metroid. Just still looking out for some morph ball bombs or power bombs, either of which will get you quite a bit of distance. Now heading down to the cave over here. Once again, there are 5 more checks here as well, one of which also requires bombs. So we're kind of fruitful here. Energy tank is nice for early on in Super Metroid, and we have space jump as well, which will make getting some of those out of reach areas a lot easier. Still, without power bombs or morph ball bombs, there's not a whole lot that you can do. He's still. We have one item we can get here. Let's see what it is. 50 rupees. Build up that money now. King Zora is up ahead. We don't have access to him yet, though, but good to get that 500 in case he actually, for some reason, in a random seed has something that's actually worth it. Like Pansnek's gonna head towards the south, check the library, and then see what the little race game is gonna have. I did not catch what was in the library.
I was distracted as well, sorry. Powder.
Oh, that would be nice to have, actually. Let's see if it goes back for it. It's not really required for anything but checking Magic Bat, but it does make stuff easier as far as, you know, getting anti-fairies for regular fairies. Oh, we got the Pegasus boots over here. So if you wanted to, you can go right back and get that magic powder, and it looks like he's going to do exactly that. And I honestly don't blame him, because that's a nice thing to have early game. Okay, saving quitting. We'll probably go to Link's house and check around that region. See which direction he goes. Okay, he's checking the south check, so the sewer area down here. I don't know what that people call it. I usually call it sewer control for myself, for my own notes. But yeah, it's like I don't want to call it Swamp Palace because that's Dark Rule Swamp Palace. But there's two checks here, the one in the chest and the one outside when you drain the water. To the left, we have the desert area or Desert Palace. Higina you can get, and then you can check the Desert Ledge when you have access. To the right, there's the mini Moldorm Cave, or Trolldorm, if you want to call them that, as well as the Ice Rod Cave. So, some checks that you can get now. Don't want to miss them at all. Dam Waterway. Oh, I don't want to call it Waterway, because that's going to confuse it with Super Metroid. Oh, there's some power bombs, so that does open up.
Oh yeah.
Metroid significantly. Although, gonna hope to maybe find another pack of power bombs. Riding Super Metroid with only 5 power bombs can get a little hairy.
Yeah, I've done that before, and it's not exactly the funnest thing in the world.
It causes you to miss a lot of checks and well, sub checks. Like it makes it harder to get to places. Ooh, their sword. It makes it harder to get to places like Billy May's room, especially. And you have to go back and forth between the shipped refill or certain refill areas in Brintstar. Having 10 or more is just definitely very comfortable. So we have an out-of-reach fighter sword. Gonna need either the book or more complicated like the flute, the mirror, and Titan's Mitt, which is 2 glove upgrades. So let's just hope we get that book. Make life easy for these runners. If you really want to be,
now?
if you want to be even more complicated, gravity suit, space jump, and take the lower Norfair access to that region, and then the mirror to get back to the light world. I hope to get Kamadora up and running soon. We'll have to catch up on the MC's Gods, but I'll probably have the similar things to Pansnek. Fire Rod makes Trolldorm Cave a whole lot easier. Or, you know, any ranged weapon that's not bombs. Bombs works, but sometimes can be a little finicky. Alright, now we got a comfortable amount of power bombs, so Super Metroid to be a little bit more easier to breathe. Pansnek's gonna make its way towards Ice Rod Cave. Gotta watch out for these crabs. They do 2 hearts of damage, and getting killed on the way, a lot of runners will probably give up on Ice Rod Cave for a bit, and you never know. Could have something majorly important in it that you don't want to skip. So now he's one touch from any of these crabs. They like to move unpredictably, which is annoying. Fire Rod making easy work with them, thankfully. Just 10 arrow upgrade there, so he's gonna save and quit, and we'll see where he goes next. Looks like we're gonna get a castle check now. Check the area where Uncle is in the chest, and then probably get through to where Zelda would normally be. Opting to go around this way for some reason. I don't think it's faster to go this way. It's obviously a lot more dangerous with that red guy that's heading. I could be wrong, but it doesn't
Might be a little easier for him because there's. I mean, this is how the game normally progresses, so you might get something easier this route. So.
True, but that's all. Oh, that's only because the gate's like locked. I don't know. I can definitely see. Like I used to go in this way actually myself, back during like the normal Link to Past randomizer.
Phaser beam.
Phaser's a nice early item. Unfortunately, it gets nullified by Plasma Beam because Plasma Beam is significantly superior. But it's nice to have it regardless, especially early. The Heart Tree Pole is actually pretty useful at this point. Kamadora's stream will come up shortly, just give it a short bit. There is apparently an issue with the stream itself. He is still competing though, so yes, he does exist, we just can't see it.
Various suit, nice.
Yeah, the Various suit is definitely nice to pick up. That opens up a lot of Norfair, Upper Norfair mostly. Lower Norfair, they'll need that gravity suit to get into that region, at least for right now. Unless we get the Flute and Titan Smith combo. Not that you'd want to really go to Lower Norfair at this point in the game. There's a lot more other safe locations to check. And I believe I've only seen 2 or 3 energy tanks, so I would much prefer not going there yet. I wouldn't even think about it yet. Pansnek appears to be opting to try to get as much of the early game light world checks done. Not a bad idea. Might get more progression for Zelda and keep going, but we'll see. Interesting point in chat. I haven't actually seen Super Missiles yet, so that actually is a bit of a problem.
I haven't either.
So while there's a lot of checks open in Metroid, I don't think I've ever gone straight to Super Metroid without supers in the combo randomizer, so I don't quite know what's kind of walled off, what isn't. I'm sure we'll probably find some on the way, and he's going straight there now, so we'll see where he goes.
Starting to wonder if just by chance he's going to have the supers in where the morph ball usually is.
There's plenty of items to check down there in that region. It looks like he's opting to get the Power Bomb expansion room up here in Criteria landing site. Not a bad idea. Get that out of the way. Might see him go towards Gauntlet right after. We got Ice Beam. That's a nice thing to get early as well, and it will make touring a lot easier. Some runners, especially myself, tend to turn it off in the beginning of the game because ice just kind of becomes a hindrance to killing things. Also, let's see if he'll remember to turn on Spazer because, yep, it looks like there. Yep, turns ice off too. I saw that coming. Sorry, Metroid MST, but I still hate Ice Beam. Nothing you say will change that.
Nice pun, Knock.
Alright, will you go check Gauntlet now? Let us see. Nope, looks like he's going right into the normal area. Might check behind to see what's in these two spots. But otherwise, looks like he's gonna go check down Bomb Chorizo first. Only missiles here, and because you don't have bombs, the Chozo doesn't even activate. Looks like we got Kamadora popping up now. Give it a moment for the streams to catch up. He has super missiles though, so looks like there might be super missiles somewhere around here. If not, Sahasrara or Eastern Palace. You do get a bottle, so this opens up Sick Kid. Hopefully none of them forget about it though. We have Kamadora going down to check the bottom area now. Oh, there's the bow right in Mother Brain's tube, or below Mother Brain's tube, the old tube, whatever, old Mother Brain. Don't know if it picked up space or forgot to turn it on. I guess we'll find out a little bit later. Have to get his link to the past items eventually as well, so next time he goes back over there. Pansnek's going up towards Gauntlet and checking that now. 8 power bomb should hopefully be enough to get through the whole thing. Alpha missiles for 300 rupees. That'll make that'll give you enough money for King Zora. Assuming Kamadora did Houlihan. We don't know if he did or not since this stream was out for the time being. Oh, the mirror in the ceiling. An out of logic get right now because we don't have any. Well, actually, no, it's not out of logic. We have space jump. Never mind. But nice thing to have nonetheless. Once we get Death Mountain access, that'll put Tower Hera immediately in play. Pansnek to enter space. Oh, probably to get through this room easily. I was gonna say, I was like, why would you turn Spazer off at this point? Totally amazed with an extra power bomb. Nice to have, actually, so getting around a little bit easier. Get that Spazer back on, pretty useful. Only a missile, and I believe, I forgot what this room is called, actually. Trying to remember all the room names can be a little tricky for me, especially. Terminator, okay. The room I skipped last time by accident and regretted it. Kamadora is taking. They're both runners are taking a completely different route. We have Kamadora going through old blue and starting to pink, and we have Pansnek heading towards green. Thankfully, Kamadora has Various Suit now, so it makes getting through here a lot easier. Without Various Suit, these side hoppers hit like a truck. And it's not a very pleasant experience in the world. So Pansnek breaking the logic a little bit by doing a mock ball. This is not... It's in hard logic, but this is normal, so... All this stuff here, not normally accessible without speed booster. But so far, it doesn't look like there's anything major over here, but there's one more item hiding up in the ceiling in this previous room to check. Kamadora is going to be setting up for a Spo skip. Using the running method I used to use, as I discovered the more frame perfect-ish running one to be a bit easier to... Kamadora not having much luck trying to get in there right now. Gonna give up on it for right now. Pansnek having to give up on the door over there because he still doesn't have super missiles. I don't know where those super missiles are. Item behind the wave gate is just a missile expansion, so nothing major there. Those animals, they drive my ears insane! And that's why you kill the animals at the end, always. Nothing much of value over here. Again, there's one item that Pansnek does have to orphan because no super missile still. Maybe we'll see what it is on Kamadora's end if he goes that way. Spo just giving a 5 rupee, kind of lame for all that, but that's the way of the randomizer sometimes. Okay, both runners in the same room, high-fiving each other. Let's see what's up here. 50 rupees, and Pansnek going straight down. Oh, that's right, because there is a super missile block in that room, so you can't go that way. It'd be interesting to know where Kamadora got the super missiles from. Oh, Pansnek getting his first, though. Most likely go back, possibly, and try to get those areas he missed. Not having a lot of luck trying to get this gate open, unfortunately. Kamadora is going towards green. We'll see what that super missile door item that we didn't see is shortly. Pansnek appears to be going back to get that as well. Just 20 rupees, unfortunately, so definitely not worth going back for, as Pansnek will shortly learn. Trying to get super missiles refilled, which is a good idea. Kamadora having a little trouble with those little guys snacking on him while he's trying to get to the spikes. Pretty much just mostly just a lot of fast checking of Brinstar. Criteria Brinstar has a lot of items you can easily access right now. Getting them and then figure out where to go from there on. They have various, so they can do Upper North Fair and get those checks done as well. Don't have access to Crockmire unless they can do a green gate glitch to get in, which we might see happen unless they find Speed Booster on the way. Otherwise, Crockmire could be saved to later or never, depending on how the game is going by the time they think about going that way. Kamadora is shy of missiles and super missiles. Did not have enough to open this door a moment ago. And doesn't have enough for this door either. Falls down, which is kind of unfortunate because now he's gonna. If he wants those items, he has to go back across again. Mockballing from the start of the room. Definitely looking to go back and actually get those other 3 checks done. Pansnek going for the supposed to skip in a moment. I'm trying to get some more super missiles. Not a bad idea, actually. Kamadora heading up the elevator. Looks like he's going to go check the upper left criteria stuff. Probably take a look at the back of Gauntlet if he hasn't already done that. Pansnek doing the supposed to skip the other way. Be more likely to work if you send the correct spot kind of way. Sadly, the 5 rupees is not worth going all the way here, but at least it's just one check that's just done and don't have to worry anymore. Energy tank and bombs up at the gauntlet exits. Probably won't be enough to go for that because he's got a good amount of health for right now at least. He'll probably find better, faster energy tanks on the way anyway. I see Pansnek head down this way now. See if he goes. Well, I don't know where he's going. He's gonna go upward. It looks like he's going back up to check the blue Brindstar area.
Or maybe not.
Or he's gonna get this item and then check it, because a lot of runners will usually kind of go like in a loop. They'll go down Green Brindstar and go up Blue Brindstar and up back to Criteria, and then they'll go down Red Tower. And thus, we almost never see the new bridge. And Kamadora trying to get up to the power bomb door over here. Be nice to get that ice beam over there. Considering it appears it doesn't even have phasers, so... having something is pretty useful. Pansnek, if he remembers correctly, checking down underneath the tank, we'll find him his bow, which would be nice to have. You can use that to finish Eastern Palace, although you do logically need the lamp to get through there. It can be a bit tricky, but it is still doable without it. So now I'm going to go back instead of going up the shaft. Well, he did get all the checks in that region anyway, so I guess it does make sense to go back towards Blue and then head over to Red Tower. With a heart container in the room before the wreck ship access way. The little... I don't know what this room is called. I gotta memorize these, all the room names. There's a lot of room names. And I've been slowly learning them throughout this tournament. Might be the moat or something, I don't know. Okay, it is the moat. Okay, cool. Just making sure. Pansnek trying to reach that mirror before the block reappears. Getting a bit of a space up. Getting a little tricky. Yeah. Kamadora making the wreck ship play now. Getting the one expansion that is a lot more sane to get before the power is turned on, because these platforms absolutely hurt to be on the receiving end of those spikes underneath it. Pansnek is dangerously close to running out of power bombs. We'll probably need to head back towards the ship after this check here, because unless he finds power bombs somewhere, he's not getting anywhere else.
He might soft lock himself. We don't want that.
Having a little trouble getting out of the water here.
Kamadora at Fantoon. See how quickly he takes him out.
Easiest way to take out Fantoon right now is use Doppler strats with missiles. If this was later on and he had plasma, charge, and X-ray, could instead microwave him. It's a little trickier to do to Fantoon though, because you do have to hit him once with a missile and then do the microwave strat afterward. And that's when he's moving like frantically as well. See if you're getting the Doppler strat pretty well as well too. Almost said as well. That probably didn't make any sense. Yeah, I forgot there were power bombs in Billy May, so that actually does help progress. It's easy to forget if it's nothing major. Misses with a super, but used enough missiles to kill him anyway, so Fantoon down for Kamadora, and we'll be able to check almost all the wreck ship. There is one item we cannot reach because we don't have speed booster, but we can at least check to see what it is. At this point, you gotta hope it's nothing good, because if it's something important, it's a long way to get back to that one item. Gotta pretty much go in a spiral to reach it, and it's kind of a pain. I guess new checks from both runners as Pansnek heads towards Red Tower and Commodore is getting the wreck ship checks done. I don't know if I would want to see a required item there today. Let's keep the pedestal hope alive and maybe the Aga 1 hope alive, but let's be nice with wreck ship preserve. And nobody wants to go check Shack 2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Pansnek climbing Red Tower instead of going down, so instead opting to get these 3 checks over this way. So yeah, these room names are a little confusing. I come into this tournament and to commentating with about equal terms with both games, so I'm learning the names of a lot of the Super Metroid rooms and a lot of the names of the Zelda rooms as well. Although there's a lot more names for Super Metroid rooms, apparently. And recently I learned the hard way that it's Paradox Cave, not Lucky Cave, but whatever. I will still call it Lucky Cave anyways, because you tend to get lucky with those 7 checks. If Kamadora checking the out-of-the-way energy tank in wreck ship, a lot of runners will opt to save and then check it so that they don't have to go all the way back if it's something useless. Also, apparently got the moon pearl, and I didn't notice that. Yep, he's hard, so he's going right back to that save point. So with the pearl, that puts... We're still gonna need... I'm assuming he has the hammer, probably, but we'll have to confirm that when he gets back to Zelda. But we're still looking for the glove. I know we got Samari and Red Tower, so that's also another important item, especially for Meyer and Turtle Rock. Unless, you know, they're both pendants, and Big Key and Kenneth's Tower is not on the right. But a good idea to get now, nonetheless. Pansnek, instead of going back up towards the ship, it looks like he's heading down towards the bottom portions of Red Tower, maybe towards Crater North. Pansnek going for the X-ray room, the space jump. Makes it a whole lot easier to reach over there. Grapple will also work very well. I didn't see what Kamadora saw over there, but it looked if he's running away from it, it's definitely useless. 20 rupees. Yeah, it's definitely useless. Turn back now instead of trying to get the third robot out of the way. Energy tank over there, opting not to get that. He does have quite a bit of energy already, so he should be fine. Kamadora picking up a fighter's sword up there, which means we now have 2 swords in play. Well, we have 2 swords that we know of, one of which is he can actually reach at the moment. The other is in the Desert Palace area, and we need the book. Or Lower Norfair Axis, one or the other at this point. Gravity suit or book, or the Titan's mitt and flute. So two glove upgrades and the flute. Since we already have the mirror, that's already taken out of the equation. Pansnek's gotta wait for the block to reappear. It will shortly. If he had bombs or a string ball, he could attempt to hop it, or do the little mid-air morphin wall jumping. Flute.
That's a flute.
So that's the piece. That's one of the part of the puzzle I was mentioning. So, well, if they want that sword, they would just need to get 2 progressive gloves now. The Snatcher seems like to want to pull him in to the spikes instead, though.
Yeah, we don't know what the reserve was yet.
I guess he didn't check it in advance. Or he has Speed Booster we never knew. I don't think he has Speed Booster. Or he intends to check doing this way instead. It's kind of a little bit harder to do, unfortunately. Yeah, just a little piece of love.
Well, it's all you need according to the Beatles.
It's on Green Pendant. Reminds me of Hookshot and Green Pendant for me in my last match.
Pansnek is getting to Ridley.
Kraid, not Ridley.
Kraid, sorry. Like I said. My brain's already off. It's already in Christmas mode.
He's getting to a major boss. We'll leave it at that. the much easier of the 2, Kraid and Ridley's. Looks like he's trying to set up for possibly the skip. And doesn't get it, so we're gonna get some big crate DLC. Oh my goodness, we don't need to see that crate. You were fine the way you were.
Gray just wanted to show us the full Monty.
Crate not giving Pansnek much love right now. Crap, I let go of the button too early. We got Crate down on Pansnek's side, and Kamadora's got Phantoon out of the way. Kamadora will most likely head down towards where Pansnek is now. And Pansnek will probably exit, maybe temporarily exit in Upper North Fair to see what's in Death Mountain. Maybe rescue the old man. Maybe not, though. He does have the flu, so we can easily just get back to the Death Mountain that way anyway. Magic Cape in the ceiling. That opens up Bumper Cave for later. Also makes certain bosses that are with low vitality a lot easier. Commodore's getting his Canis Maria. Pansnek decided to go check ice and probably the Crumble Tower item. Gotta get the Mock Ball for it though. This is out of logic because you do need Speedy Booster to reach this area, so I am just gonna find here. I'm not gonna help you immediately, but it could be progressive for later on. Okay, Pansnek heading towards the Crumble Tower check. Commodore is gonna see this energy tank, and nope, he's going for it.
Cool.
He definitely wants it. Just a little piece of love on the wall there, not really worth trying to reach. If it were easier to reach once, I'd probably go for it, but that one's a bit of a pain since all the platforms are crumble blocks, and you just fall right on down. And you can't go out that way anyways because you need Speed Booster to exit. And there's no mock balling strategy to get you through it that time either. Pansnek getting a quick glimpse of the item that's over here. This is exit only, so we can't get it yet.
Just
Big 20.
rupees.
Yeah, big 20. Not likely gonna come back for that unless he goes out that way later. Get the guy killed and everything so I can get the door open, not to worry about him later.
Commodore's got the flute now.
So that'll give him a lot more easier Zelda access. Pansnek didn't give himself time to turn away from that heart piece, he was already falling on it. Commodore is heading toward Crate now. I'm gonna get this area cleared out. Meanwhile, Pansnek appears to be going to the save point. Probably just get a good progress save before going through the upper north air checks just to be safe. So on the way to here, we do have one item in the lava in the next room. And you definitely need the space jump to be able to logically reach this area. I think you can also get up here with Ice Beam, but I don't think that's normal logic. See if Kamadora can get the Quaid quick kill. Except for K's and Q's today. It's almost bad as me mixing up the ladder and the raft. The radder and laughed.
I've literally never heard those two words mixed up until now.
Yeah, I played a lot of Zelda 1, and I have done that on several occasions.
Well, Crazy not letting not letting anyone take him down easy tonight.
I'll be honest, I don't know the quick kill myself, so you'll always see the big grid
Yeah,
on my
I've
end.
only seen it done. I've never actually been able to do it myself. Full heart for Pans.
Pansnek gets the wave beam, so that puts Crocmire in play now. Also, a generally nice beam to have, make things a little easier too. I have never heard about the prom dance with Kraid at all. This is the first I'm hearing of that, and it's probably the last I want to hear of that. Because it sounds terrible, whatever it is.
Some things you just can't unlearn, so it might be better off that way.
Some things I don't want to learn at all, too.
Nice little pit stop for Pans.
Yeah, get a good quick health refill. Those things drop 5 enemies at a time, so you'll get a lot of stuff from those ones specifically.
Yeah, this isn't speed boost. She's gonna have a fun time getting back up.
Oh, I see. Okay. Still creepy how it's worded, but okay.
20 rupees.
Yeah, not hunting a lot over here. Kamadora is heading towards North Air. We'll see if he's gonna go check high jump and stuff and continue up North Air, if he's gonna go right out to Death Mountain.
I see. Kraid accepts the dance if the runner messes up the quick kill. That was not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, my mind went a completely different direction, and I don't like the direction it went. Pansnek not checking Wave Beam's room. I wonder where he's going. Looks like he might be heading straight towards Crocmire instead.
Yeah.
Unless he secretly checked it and I forgot, but it didn't look like it to me. Actually, may have gone there. I'm not sure. I've seen a lot of gates opening and closing, because I've forgotten at this point. Yeah, it's looking like A Link to the Past is probably going to have progression, unless Crocmire's hiding something.
What's funny is a friend that just now started playing Super Metroid for the first time. She didn't realize that the goal at first was to push Crocmire back into the fire. She thought it was a certain number of hits.
Yeah.
But she didn't want any hints, so we had to watch as she figured that out.
Fairly simple fight, unless you're playing Z Factor, in which case I think he pushes you all the way back towards the spikes first, and then you start from there. And if you don't act fast, he'll push you to the spikes and kill you, but that's too much hacking for you. I just remember my first time playing as, like, I jumped into the room and he starts walking me all the way back to the spikes immediately. It's like,
oh shit.
whoa, this is not normal. This is definitely not normal.
Ooh, that'll help out.
Yeah, that'll make navigating Super Metroid in general a lot easier. Doesn't really open anything else yet, though. Well, actually, never would. Wouldn't. It would at the beginning of the game, but it didn't have more fun. But that makes areas like Lower Norfair a lot easier.
Crockmire fake out, and then we'll get going.
Kamadora going out to Death Mountain. Let's see what's going on over there now. Guess this map check in. Yep, they're all normal crystals. Kind of a bleak thing to learn because those pendant dungeons can have some good stuff in them, depending on which ones they are. Versus the Light World dungeons, they're much faster and easier to do. Get the high jump boots over there. He'll want to grab those for sure. Or not. Or so. I don't know what he was thinking for a second. Trying to prove me wrong or something. Pansnek did the green gate glitch path. I don't know why though. He should have everything he needs to get everything the normal way.
Energy tanks sure seem to be really easy to find at the start here.
According to the menu check, Commodore does have the hammer. I didn't see Fire Rod or not yet though. Okay, yeah, I got that marked. Okay. So I don't quite know everything that Commodore has and hasn't checked. It looks like he's probably doing Stick Kid now though. The question marks for those dungeons in particular, we don't have a Dark World map check yet, so we don't know what those are yet. Oh, Commodore is actually awakening the bird. I forgot to stand up and salute. What is wrong with me? I was too busy looking at Pansnek's end instead. So we're still missing a progressive glove, which is blocking out a few things still. Darkworld access being one of them, although Pansnek hasn't gotten the Moon Pearl from Rex ship yet. But yeah, we haven't seen a glove out there yet. Looks like Commodore's gonna go check out Eastern. We did not see Pansnek do that yet. Actually, I don't think he even went to Sahasra yet either. If you do check Sahasra, he does tell you what dungeon has green pendant, assuming you've already checked the Lightworld map and haven't seen it there yet. Although I've, on a number of occasions, talked to him even though I know what the green pendant already is, and it feels stupid afterwards. Like, oh yeah, I already know what this is, why am I talking to you right now? Guess it's a force of habit kind of thing. Pants next sees the high jump boots, definitely going for that. Please don't prove me wrong, Pansnek. I see him turn around and other eyes like, no, don't do this to me. I could use some company sometimes. It doesn't hurt. I'm totally not lonely all the time or anything. No, I'm not really, but still. A note tank there, so that's not particularly useful. I believe he's found 2 items now, so there should only be 1 more left to get. And that would be the last item. That means map and compass are the leftover spots. Commodore are going to go ahead and attempt to get to the boss. This is not in logic because we don't have the lamp yet. So this room in the dark is kind of terrible. You got to kill the right Igor to get the key. Can be a little hard to find him, and if you miss with the arrows, killing with anything else kind of hard. It's maybe the Master Sword beams. Alternatively, if you do have a fire rod, there are torches in that room you can light up to help see in the dark. But still not in logic. I believe that's exactly what I did on my last match too. I'm pretty sure I used a fire rod in that room to figure out where he was. Same goes for the Dark Cross room as well. I did use the one there too. Pansnek being called out for being a creeper. Also, Math Girl with a tier 1 sub. Always appreciated. Very much appreciated. Kamadora getting the quicker kill on the Harmless Knights, killing them before the last one turns red. Saves a little time. Commodore looks like he's gonna go save the old man now. Get the spawn for Death Mountain, although he has the flute. But it's still nice to just start from there and not have to flute up there all the time. And plus he gives you a free item, so why not? Looks like we're gonna Sahasrahla check in a moment. Ice Palace is the green pendant. Ice Palette Pendant Dungeon, I don't know how I feel about that one.
Maybe the X-ray specs for Kama.
Wait, what was that for Kama?
Kama's got the X-ray specs.
Oh, okay. Pansnek beeline for that there. Eastern Palace. It looks like Commodore is probably going to head towards Tower. Or maybe East Death Mountain instead, because he does have a hammer. Or he's going to go check Spike Cave instead. But Paradox Cave has more stuff. Why waste your time here? Oh well, just get it over with, I guess. It's impossible to tell who's the lead. I mean, Commodore does have one dungeon. Saving. Oh, that's right. There's no glove in play. That's probably realized that immediately. Missing the power glove, you cannot lift that block at the end.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's why I was wondering. Like, why is he saving and quitting? The block. That's why.
It's okay, Kama. We still love you.
To be honest, I would have forgot that myself when it did that check. Granted, I try to put it off till later because Paradox Cave just seems more tempting at this point. Oh, I got Kamadora in the Tower of Hera. Let's see what we got fine here. Small key, that's not looking very good to start with. That means you'll most likely have to go in the basement. Unless this lovely little chest here has the big key. No, but it has something that they both runners could really use right now. So I'm not real lost. For those that missed it, he did get Commodore just got the lamp. It was in that chest. And now Commodore can take 5 while these tiles do absolutely nothing to him. As that gets his Quake, and it looks like he is also going to attempt to go through the back. Going for the Fire Rod strat, just gotta make sure you hit it. There we go.
Impressive.
It'd be hard to hit out of the gate because it'll probably hit an enemy instead. Alright, so both runners are getting towards the end of the... Well, I mean, Commodore's got a bit to go, but Pansnek's almost done with East. Pansnek's still looking out for his first sword. Commodore has a sword, and we know one sword is out of reach. Did Commodore fall way down? I missed that. And Pansnek gets his Eastern Palace pendant crystal. Alright, that's the second item, so there is nothing important in that big chest. Pansnek's slipping right back to Super Metroid. The easiest way to get rid of Troll Norm right now is definitely to use Hammer. 3 hits and it skips the enraged phase, which is always nice. I can't even count the number of times I've been knocked into a pit during the enraged phase. Just terrible.
Yeah.
I can't really say who's a runner of which game because I'm also actually myself fairly new as far as speedrunning goes, so all you people are new to me still, mostly. Some of you not really, but you know, yeah.
Commodore, for the most part, was doing weekly races for a long time, and Pansnek did more for commentary. But they're both pretty well versed in the game and the crossover.
Ah, yes, good. Like I know I'm pretty well versed in it as well, but I've mostly played casually since both randomizers came out. I only just started recently taking it seriously from a speedrunning approach, so I don't really know a lot of the runners myself still.
Yeah, I'm still fairly new too as well. I haven't really gotten any times good enough to even try to do anything seriously yet.
Commodore's gonna gonna get the Paradox Escape check finally.
You've been waiting for that one.
I mean, there's a lot of goodies to get from here, so we're still missing a glove somewhere. Not a lot of places left that can be hidden. Well, we do find a third sword, which is a little bit scary. That could push Kamadora towards Aghanim. He is definitely in play. And that's probably what Kamadora just realized as well. Oh, the Cape also put into play too.
Well, lots of little disposable items, nothing really major.
Just a sword, which unfortunately probably not what he wanted to find, because it could be pointing definitely towards Aghanim. But I haven't seen the Dark Cross item yet, though, so who knows at this point. Don't know if they found the key and escape, so if they did, they could take that all the way back to under the sanctuary as well. Where is Kamadora going? Looks like it's upper north fair checks for him. This item spot giving Kamadora trouble. It gave me trouble last run too. I was like firing at it, it's just not appearing. It's like, come on. Come on. Don't make me bring Wave back. You elderly people and your elderly stuff. No, I'm kidding. Speaking of the wave beam, of course, we got that now for Kamadora as well, so definitely helps. Still looking out for that charge and plasma, though.
Wave meme, I like that, Leno.
Yeah, I see that all the time in chat. It's like, really, people? Let's just call it the trigonometry gun instead. Just like what the pedestal does. Speaking of which, we have no idea what the pedestal has yet. It could be something important. We don't know if Turtle Rock requires Ice Rock. Well, Turtle Rock does require Ice Rock, but we don't know if we have to do Turtle Rock yet or not. So that's always up in the air. And who knows? Maybe. Actually, no, it can't be Titan Smith. Just kidding. That is required pendant for Ice Palace. So never. Gravity suit maybe could be there, or possibly hookshot too. Again, we'll know for sure once we get our Dark World pendant checks. Whenever one of the runners want to actually look at the map for us, that would be nice. My curiosity can only run on for so long.
They're intentionally not looking at it just to keep us in suspense.
Well, they haven't really gone to the Dark World for much that long either, anyways. Without that glove, they don't have Dark World access. But if Kamadora is feeling like it, he could go kill Aghanim and get that Dark World access right there. We'll see how long without a glove until he decides to do that. Oh yeah, Pansnek definitely did not check Wave Beam. Probably gonna regret that later. I knew I wasn't going crazy, thinking he didn't check this area, and sure enough, there you go. Pansnek will get the Moon Pearl though, so that gives the Dark World access. I hope he has the wavy room on the mind. If he doesn't, he could be in trouble. Where is Kamadora going? Is he gonna go into Lower North here?
Hmm.
Do have access to it, so probably would have been nice to go back and get Screw Attack though from Crockmire's region for. Nope, he's going to Lower North here.
Hmm. Must be feeling brave.
Well, he's got
He's got tons of energy tanks. So he
energy tank, barrier, gravity.
unless he's very. I mean, he's like with the number of missiles and super missiles he has. I mean, he's got to be stingy with them, but he can do it.
You could also be checking the Mire area and Desert Palace region as well from the gate over here. There is a third sword over there to get. Probably really hoping to find that there glove because I know no one wants to go to Aghanim 1. Maybe not as extreme as Elm didn't want to go to Aghanim 1 the other day. Doing everything in his power to skip Speed Booster, including wasting 15 minutes to use a blue suit from Dragon and go cross-country around all of Super Metroid, making those checks. Just not to do Aghanim 1. I don't know if any of these winners are as insane as him, but we'll see. Carrying a blue suit from Dragon all the way to Waterway and Brinstar is pretty extreme. Just a lot of pieces of love in this room, which is not very helpful. And he doesn't have a lot of super missiles, so it's going to be a lot of charge shots or ammo grinding for this boss here. Oh, I forgot there's no charge beam, so definitely ammo grinding for sure. Unfortunately, missiles are not the play here because he just sidesteps them. Like some crazy person who you can just predict when you're firing missiles for some reason. Charge beam would be a nice thing to have right now, that's for sure. Actually, I wonder if Kamadora even has enough super missiles to even kill Ridley. Now you're making me mix them up.
Sorry, it's infectious.
You need 30 minimum for Ridley. Oh, they both have wave. There we go, that does it. Ooh, bombs right there where Screw Attack normally is, so power bomb supply is no longer a huge concern. Commodore is going out to check out the Mire region. Leno, that's bombs, not bombos. Yeah, Commodore, you don't have a glove. You can't lift that.
It looked like the right item, I swear.
Totally. Totally. Oh, there we go. Now he can check that spot if he wants. And Aga is pretty much dead now. Sorry, guys. Meyer will need Ether to complete. We don't really know if it's required to beat yet, though. Was it worth it, Kamadora? Survey says no. And that is the number one answer. 5-6 on Turtle Rock and Skull Woods. I think I saw a red pendant over
Yes.
on Pod. I missed everything else.
Those are actually where my probably because they were red. My eyes just gravitated towards those three. Ooh.
Yeah,
Emperor's
that sword I mentioned earlier was still there, so nice to have that. Looks like Swamp Palace is also a pendant. That's never a good thing. Mostly because there's a lot of checks to do in Swamp, and there could be something good there. And runners will probably avoid it as much as possible. Not that they can do it anyways.
I didn't catch which ones were 5-6 though.
Oh, the 5-6 were Turtle Rock and Skull, I believe.
The Dark Worlds version of the Lost Worlds, Lost Woods rather.
Yeah, the 5-6, the 5-6s and the red pendant caught my eye immediately. And then just the blue pendant slipped my mind. Where is Pansnek going? Back to Death Mountain. It really needs to go back to the wave beam room to get that gravity suit.
Let's rescue the old man. If
Gravity suit is in wave beam's room, which Pansnek skipped. Screw attack is beyond Crockmire, I believe, which Kamadora has not done yet.
Yeah.
Now Kamadora just has to blast through this area and finish the boss up. That'll be a third crystal. All the light world crystals done, especially. Looking like Pansnek is probably heading to tower at this point. I can only guess, however, because Tower and Paradox Cave are both this way. Well, so is Turtle Rock, but you can't access it yet anyways. You could argue Ganon's Tower is also this way, but again, no access. Okay, now I can confirm that the pendants are in the right spots.
Make quick work of the land mullas. Third crystal.
Pansnek going back for the easy energy tank. He's like, let's not skip that one. It's not as a pain to get to as the X-ray scope location. Kammadora's light world dungeons are now all done. Where is he going now? Oh, he's probably going to go to the Dark World if I had to guess. Probably through Village of Outcasts. I am indeed a mind reader. I can tell where you're going now. You will go to that there Village of Outcasts, or you will prove me wrong and go to Skull Woods instead.
One, two.
Time will tell. Or prove everybody wrong and go somewhere else. That's also possible. go to Lenof's favorite place, the Graveyard Ledge. Okay, yeah, definitely going to Village of Outcasts.
Confirm, Graveyard Ledge, my favorite hangout.
Sure is. Treasure chest game, not a very welcome sight today. Also, Pansnek missed the coffee break thing. Has to grab the ledge with the cape still. Doesn't drain magic because it's tire room special. The cape, no magic thing works in tower rooms when you're holding on a wall, and I think blind and Argus possibly. I don't know about blind, but I know Argus. How it works, I have no idea. It just works. That's all I know. Kamadora missing the bomb on the house. I know how it works. I don't know why it works. That's the thing I don't know. Why does it do that is the question. Kamadora going for Thieves' Town. It is fully completable. And it's crystal for once. So many times have I seen this place be a pendant. It's been driving me nuts lately. I always think too much. It's a black hole I oftentimes throw myself into. But there's no help for me. It's just something I will always do. So Pansnek is done with Tower Hera. That's 2 crystals for him. Kamadora has the slight advantage still, having an extra crystal and knowledge of where the gloves and gravity suit are. So if Pansnek does not remember to check Wavy Room, that could be his undoing. And I have no idea if he knows how to do Dragon without gravity suit or not. Apparently some runners can. I know I'm definitely not one of them. And second, I'm gonna go ahead and get the Paradox Spiral Caves done. Yeah, Ice Rod is pretty much probably the only thing in Ped that could make a huge difference. Unless, Bombos or Ether Medallion could also work too. One of those two can also be in Pedestal, and that could, we don't know. We know Ether opens Misery Mire. We don't know what opens Turtle Rock yet, and if it's one of those two and it's in Pedestal, then there you go. Could also be Speed Booster, and Speed Booster could be locking one of those aforementioned items as well, which would be sick and twisted, but entirely possible. Where is Pansnek going now? Kamadora's gonna be finishing off Thieves Town in a moment. Oh, he's a sick kid. Technically, Ridley is in logic right now, so space jump and gravity suit does work for that.
Ridley is actually not in logic. We need.
He's not in logic? How is he not in logic?
Logically, Ridley requires charge beam to beat, no matter what logic we're on.
That I did not know. I figured super missiles would be the key there. I just assume since people always go with super missiles like crazy that it's just normal. I can understand Mother Brain.
I think that was put as a safety net just because you can't get any ammo drops from Ridley, so they'll have charge beam to always logically require them.
Yeah, but you could say the same for Botch Wound too. That's the thing. My brain just translates that as always needing just number of super missiles, but okay, good to know. Pansnek getting desperate and definitely doing the AGA 1 play now. See, I have equal knowledge of both games. I'm still learning things about both games, so there you go. I still have much to learn. Pansnek does not know where his glove is. Of course, we know it's a Misery Mire, but he doesn't have access to it because he never got Gravity Suit from Wave Beam, so maybe he'll find another glove somewhere around here. If he doesn't after AGA 1, he could be in trouble. Yes, Ridley's gender is Space Pelican, not male or female. Don't ask what that really is, because I have no idea. Well, they're going for the one item check that's over this way. It made it easier with Somari. Alright, will he go for the boss now? Looks like that's a definite yes. I'm guessing there's still one item. I didn't see what the first item that Kamadora may have gotten. It looks like there's still one more, at least one more item still in play somewhere in Skull Woods. And that is a good find, so we have Gold Sword on Kamadora now. Definitely worth it. We'll speed up a lot of Zelda for now. Granted, this was vanilla and not randomizer. That gold sword would be a thorn in Kamadora's side because Mothfield is special. and for some bizarre reason doesn't take gold sword damage, because reasons. Swing that sword at him as much as you like. Mothra don't care. Both players on a boss now.
Mothula is out.
Okay, so he was missing both items, and 20 rupees is pretty useless. But another crystal for him, so we'll see where he goes next. It's 5 crystals down already. This just leaves Meyer and Totorock, both of which we don't have access to yet, so... Can pop into Pod and finish that entirely, and... Fake flippering to Ice Palace is actually not doable because no mid still. Ignore that. I am most definitely wrong. Just missiles on the pyramid. So now the magic question is, will Pansnek find another progressive glove out on this side of Dark? If he doesn't, then he's gonna be running into a huge problem soon. Without Titan's Mitt right now, he does not have access to Village of Outcasts, Skull Woods, or the northern area of Dark World. You could reach it if you have the hookshot, but he does not have that. So he's mostly limited to the pod area, the Hype Cave region as well. And that's pretty much it. This whole, pretty much half of the map. Nothing spectacular in King's Tomb today. Lenofist Cave also not having, Graveyard List also not having anything important either.
If I seriously become a meme because of that, then I don't even know what to say.
Me and MST will not leave you alone forever, don't worry. Big keen vanilla location for Pod. Interesting. And Kamadora's going for the digging game. Let's see how many digs it takes this time. We already won't find the shovel here, because that's already been found, thankfully. So no giant Kuchiri laugh for you today. So Commodore appears to be getting all the checks on the way towards Hype Cave now. Still looking out for the flippers for Swamp if we do need to dip that. There's also some... Oh, nope, just kidding. Oh my goodness. Oh god. Why? Why? Alright, well, flippers. There you go. Ignore everything I just said. Commentator's curse, or reverse commentator's curse right there. I did not see that coming. No, I do not have the spoiler log in front of me or anything like that. That was just happened. What's Commodore doing?
He's spelling a message. Okay.
ACP? I don't... Unless there's something I don't know.
I think that was pointless. Or maybe something in here that's supposed to... Oh. Maybe he was thinking it was in the Dark World when it was actually in the Light World or something.
Oh, I mean, the spot for the check is always in the same spot, and he was clearly digging. Maybe he just did that to see how we would react or something later on. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Kamadora. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. That gold bee was clearly grounded, so yeah. Well, there's a nice item right out of the gate. There's an okay item out of the gate, so Spring Ball and Plasma. I give this one probably a 5 out of 10. Wait, mostly because of Plasma, because Plasma's just nice to have.
It really is.
So as far as Dark World progressions, Commodore is going to have to start dipping these Dark World dungeons soon. The checks are starting to get limited. Otherwise, he can also go to Meridia, which there is a gold mine and stuff to get there. And we don't know where Titan's Bit is, so gotta find that still. Why would you attack bees? Because they're trying to kill you, that's why! Ooh,
the bees are
Bombos.
disappearing.
Pansnek fighting Bombos in the basement of Pod. And yes, I said Bombos, not bombs, so there you go. Just making it clear. And confusing other people, probably. Unfortunately, that statue does not move. Yeah, that idea not working very well for Pansnek. Unfortunately, got past the first set of blocks, but the other blocks said no. Bomb's probably the best strat getting through that, unless you're coming from that one direction, in which case you can slip an arrow past there, but he was Catfish being nice enough to give you a missile expansion. This to say that he's completely useless. Waterfall Cave not particularly spectacular today. And now to see what our good friend Mr. King Zora the Useless has today, because I have yet to see anything important come from him in forever. I'm sure he's probably given some good stuff throughout this tournament, but it's usually, I'm guessing it's probably been very limited.
He'll give like 5 rupees. The low price of 300.
I've got a single rupee already. It's 500 actually.
Well, not entirely useless, but
I'll take it, but still not what I want.
yeah.
I don't know, you could get useful if you threw out like the Titan's Mitt right there. It's like, bam, King Zora required. I think Zora's stocks just tanked right on down. I pity anyone that actually invested in him too. Looks like we're finally get the Beneath the Sanctuary checks now. Have yet to actually see Aruna go this way. Oh, that's mostly in part because of the whole thing with the power glove. Okay, so yeah, you do need the glove to get down here. The key is on this side. Silver arrows for Kamadora though, which is nice. Gonna backtrack over to Dark Cross. Since the stream was out for the first 15 minutes, we don't know if he did the escape or not. Clearly he hasn't done Dark Cross, however. The gloves were in... The first glove was in Misery Meyer's shed. Coming over right back to Super Metroid Land. Pansnek getting the pendant, one pendant out of the way. Don't know where those mitts are still. Kind of worrying about their location now. Yeah, the glove being over in Misery Meyer means that they definitely do have to go through Lower Norfair to get there logically now. Actually, pretty much at all, basically, because you would need both progressive gloves to go the normal way, which is impossible. Now, if Pansnek missed the gravity suit, skip the area where it is, unless he doesn't remember to go back and get it. I don't know if he knows how to do lava dive. If he does, he could skip gravity suit for now to get to Lower Norfair that way. He does have space jump to go the normal way too. Going through that with various suit is a bit of a pain though. Much easier with gravity. Pansnek with the plasma and spring ball pickups. Gravity suit is in wave beam room, the room where you get wave beam normally. Pansnek's going this way, but he does not have, as far as I know, does not have the book. Again, turn right back around. Like, I know he doesn't have a purple chest or a book, so there's no reason to go that way. Unless I'm missing something. Kamadora going back to Metroid. Might be heading towards Meridian, maybe? Nope, nope, going to Upper Norfair right. Might be going to Lower Norfair. This is kind of the route you have to go because you don't have a speed boost to take the faster route, and you don't have Titan's Mitt to take the normal route either, so you gotta take this long and slow path just to get back there. Pansnek is getting his flippers though, so that will unlock Swamp Palace as well as all those water checks. So he could be tempted to go in there and see if he can find his glove there. Again, we don't know where the Titan's Mitt are yet. They're somewhere out there. We only know where the first progressive glove is, which is in Meyer's shed. Yeah, Kamadora has more than enough super missiles to take out Ridley if he wants to, which, I mean, he's going this way. So I would hope he would go take out Ridley at this point. Get him and the rest of his area out of the way so you don't have to worry about it later. Maybe find the item you're looking for so you also don't have to do a full clear of Meridia. Saves time, but there's a lot of places to check there, including our good buddy Shack Tool, which we still need grapple for. Alternatively, you can go out of logic and use an ice clip to get there, but again, why would you want to go visit Shack Tool unless you really had to? He's completely out of the way, and there's no checks around him. Kamadora are now in the worst room in the game. Named that because, well, it's just a complete pain in the butt when you don't have something like Screw Attack. Especially if you don't have Space Jump either, because then you gotta either perform a very precise wall jump over here, or infinite bomb jump all the way up. And these gold pirates don't make life any easier either. Alright, so we have Kamadora going for Ridley now. Yep, gonna go straight down, not check that one check on to the right yet.
Since it looks like Pansnek dropped stream, I will just go ahead and say he has forfeited from the race. He has cited in SRL chat that lack of progression, along with some fatigue, has just contributed to his just not wanting to try and finish up this seed. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, I just saw that and I received myself. I was like, I noticed the stream disconnected. I was gonna wait the 15 minutes till I did that, but yeah, might as well get that done now. So Kamadora can have the win. He still has to finish though. It's not over until someone finishes, and if neither of them finish, well, none of them win. We'll hope that Kamadora can finish. He is under a threat for power outages, though, so there is a chance he could go out too, against his own will, of course. Alright, so we have Kamadora fighting Ridley now. Got more than enough super missiles to finish him off. Granted, if he misses, he's got more than enough missiles to finish him off too. And if he misses all those, well, GG. Ridley is not playing nice today, that's for sure. Now that Ridley is done being Tigger for the day, he is now dead. Just some power bombs, not very useful since we have bombs already, but whatever. Probably wishing for an energy tank because that would just, make getting the climb out a lot easier and safer. Well, he does have plasma and wave and ice, so it shouldn't have too much trouble. Charge beam would still be a nice fight, however. Kind of ought to refill on health a bit though, because the exit, especially through the key hunters, is a bit on the painful side. Yeah, he missed the wave beam room, which ended up costing him greatly. Glove being in Misery Mire is not helping either, because that's definitely a way out of the way location to reach when you need both gloves normally to get there. I don't know about you, but getting through this room without high jump is a huge pain.
Yeah.
Because the times I've killed Ridley without high jump, getting up through that thing is just a chore. Precise wall jumps will get you up there, but more than likely you'll hit the spikes, go right back down. Yeah, the glove was Mire Shed, which basically is forced lower north air access to reach it. We don't know where bits are, that's still missing. This room having a big piece of love for Kamadora. Got 3 more checks on the way out of Lower North Air, and then we'll see where to go from there. Maybe towards Meridia. He's definitely running pretty quickly out of those Dark World checks. We still don't have Hookshot, and Ice Rod still needed for Turtle Rock. Ether Medallion's out there somewhere too. We need that for Mire. We don't know what's needed for Turtle Rock yet because we need Titan's a bit to reach that part of the Death Mountain. So probably the most logical and best play at this point would be Dragon. Although, unless you do the ice clip for reaching Botswoon, you'd have to do it in 2 halves. You'd have to go do the first half with the items and then go back through the back door to kill Dragon. Logically, of course. I myself haven't actually practiced the ice clip, so if there's a hard tournament coming up in the near future, I might want to get practicing. That and learn spring wall jumping, because that's something I also don't know how to do. I don't I will not imagine what boiling your tongue would be like. That sounds terrible. Looks like Kamadora is going for Crockmire. Gonna find a screw attack. Probably wish he had it a moment ago. Not much else, unfortunately. Convenient energy refill, because why not? He is low on health, and just go ahead and grab it real quick. Now, if he had charge, one shot would just send poor old Crockmire all the way back into the acid. But, you know, without it, you have all these cool-looking beams, and you can't really beat it with it, unfortunately. Gotta do it the normal way. Especially when super missiles like to troll you like that. Either showing frustration for finding screw attack now, or just waiting for Crockmire to die. Or both. Sadly, Crockmire tug percent not happening today. No grapple. We don't know where it is either. Oh well. I think his tongue might have burned up in the acid or something, because it's no longer there. I don't see it anymore. A little piece of love, followed by a big piece of love. Setting himself up to be pretty well in Zelda, although he's only got 2 crystal dungeons left anyway. Appears to be lost in thought and figure out what to do next. We catch Kamadora in his natural habitat, the thinking game. Probably thought he had speed booster for a second, but unfortunately not the case. It looked like it was winding up for the speed boost. Unfortunately, we don't know where that is either. Or thank you for Kamadora. You can insert elevator music here if you wanted to.
Do 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 do.
Yep, that would definitely work. So with Crockmire out of the way, will he head for Meridian next? Or will he maybe go for Swamp or Pod? All of them are kind of viable options. He can't finish Swamp though, because Hookshot is missing still. But there is still a decent amount of checks in Swamp to get. Meanwhile, he can full clear Pod if he wants to. Of course, both are pendants, so might not be really thinking about it. And neither of them are green pendant either, so... where is it gonna go now? Looks like he's going to... No, maybe not. He looked like he was thinking of going towards Meridian, then turned around and went right back down again. Could be thinking of killing Dragon instead. He might not even know where he's going. He's either making a Swamp or Dragon play at this point.
So
Looks
here's
like
a control scenario.
Uh-oh.
Titan's Mitts in Swamp Palace. Logically, to get to Ice Palace, which has Hookshot, which makes you go back to Swamp Palace with Hookshot to clear out Argus to get the Ether Medallion.
That is twisted and yet humanly possible. And we know we need Ether Medallion for Meyer, so yeah, we don't know about Turtle Rock still. If that's also Ether, well... dang. We'll just have to wait and see what's found. That's an interesting little alternate way of reaching that. Springwell making it a lot easier to get past these guys. Be even better if he has Speed Booster, but we don't know about that yet, so oh well. Looks like he's gonna skip Dragon and go backwards a bit. Maybe see what this item is real quick. Just a red shield. Nope, not worth it. Gonna refill on ammunition for Dragon. Sadly, there are like 3 really cool ways of easily defeating Dragon, and we don't have the items for any of them. Like, you could microwave him, but we're missing charge. You could electrocute him, that requires grapple. And then there's, what is he doing? Oh, I don't know what he's doing. Okay. Then there's also the Shine Spark method, but no speed booster. So, unfortunately, no choice but to do it the slow way, the slow ammunition way. I mean, we have plasma, we just don't have charge, which is kind of needed. Getting Dragon would kill the last of the Super Metroid bosses, leaving Mother Brain open. He might not have enough ammunition to do it, I'm not sure.
Side note, I saw a YouTube video recently which claims that the mini dragons actually spell out something.
I believe, because like I know it was brought up, it was something for the person who did that was for his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Which I believe also heard that she dumped him shortly afterwards, so rip that.
Uh-huh.
It's permanently stuck in the game now, nothing you can do to change it.
He's down.
Yep, took her down rather.
Keiko love, yeah.
I was gonna say, I thought I was gonna skip the end for a second. I was like, don't do that, please. You don't want to skip that book, it could be important.
Although the book has held up remarkably well being underwater all this time.
I imagine his pages are pretty illegible, but then again, it has, like, you know, ancient language and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. Maybe the language is best to just leave untranslatable. But now with that magical book, we can now do a pedestal check if Kamadora wants to do that. It also opens up both of those tablets as well. The one, the Ether and Bombo's tablet. Kammadora's just gonna head right on out with that book. Come on, man, you're making me curious what Meridia has. Don't do this to me. Vanilla Ether is doable. And we're probably going to get a check of that tablet in a moment. Marking stuff with a book, I'd believe it at this point. Okay, so our lovely little Ether tab. What will it provide us today? The glove. Well, that's vanilla though, but okay, sure. We got our Meyer Axis. Whoever was hoping for that, congratulations, you just won. So this opens up Meyer. Unfortunately for Kamadora, the only way to reach Meyer is to go all the way back to the Lower Norfair. And it looks like that is exactly what he's going to do.
I'm not so sure I like the Meyer play at this moment because there's only 2 items in there, and all it gets is a generic crystal. It's not a 5/6. I probably would have continued with Meridia.
I probably would have too, given the I mean, kind of playing a percentage, I guess. So we'll just see if it works out for him. I mean, he all he has to wait is complete. He probably doesn't even know he just has completed.
He can't even route in the Bombo's tablet check very easily either. He has to go back to Link's house. Epi's stepping out for a moment, so I'm gonna fill in real quick.
Totally cool.
Meyer's Shed and Checkerboard have all been checked. It's Meyer's Shed is where the first glove was. Checkerboard was a big 20, I think. So it's all Misery Meyer. Kamadora is definitely playing the odds. Rock. Without Titan's Mitts, we have no idea what's on Dark Death Mountain. And since Kamadora is intentionally avoiding pendant dungeons, he may not pick up bombos from Pod. Imagine if Pod is the Turtle Rock medallion. Pansnek has forfeited from the race. Combination fatigue and his rate of progression is decided to drop out from this race. In terms of items we still need for Go mode, Charge Beam technically for Super Metroid Go mode, but Commodore almost has enough ammo to finish that up, so that's not relevant. We still need Hookshot, we still need Titan's Mitts, we still need Ice Rod. And potentially the Bombos Medallion. Never mind. There's one of them.
That works.
Was that 2 items already?
I think it might have just been one.
Not making a play for the vanilla key spot?
Looks like we're good back in good old Meyer now.
Yes.
Welcome back, Effie.
I hath returned. Unfortunately, if you weren't wanting me back, too bad. You're stuck with me. Okay, so the torch puzzle over here. The vanilla big key location is over this way. Bit of a pain out of the way check to do, and having a fire rod for this one is also a bit of a slow thing too. Yeah, Kama has been falling into the similar trap that summoners like to make in they don't do the pendant dungeons and could pay the price. We know Pod doesn't really have anything good in it though. And Ice Palace is unfortunately you can't reach right now. So the only actually worthwhile place to actually go check for stuff right now would be Swamp. Because we don't know what's in. Oh yeah, he found Bombos there, and we don't know what Turtle Rock is. If it's Bombos, then he's gonna have no choice but to go to Pod. I'm honestly kind of surprised he's been avoiding Meridia, because he can get almost everything there. The only exception is the speed booster locked item at the start. Oh, and the Shack Toolboat. We don't care about him. The only time we're forced to see him is in those so little Super Metroid hacks we don't want to play. Oh, he's heading up to the boss, and unfortunately there's no checks on the way, so it's just the boss now. I don't know if he got one or both items yet, though. I'll assume he's only gotten one.
You got the ice rod.
Oh, the ice rod was here. Oh, dang. Well, I mean, that kind of... It greatly increases the chance of no pedestal now. Actually, no, I think pedestal's completely dead. Never mind. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh yeah, I think it's completely dead. I'm looking at it as like, there's no way at this point. It can't be hook shot. It can be speed booster, but speed booster can't lock anything important out. Maybe just charge, but whoop-de-doo. If you have enough ammunition to kill Mother Brain, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so both items are done. So he's gonna finish this dungeon up, and still without Titan's Mitt, cannot do anything about Total Rock. Six crystals down, 4 Metroid bosses down. Pretty much just waiting for that Total Rock completion, and well, Titan's Mitt's gotta be needed somewhere around here. And unless Kamadora knows how to hover, he's better be finding the hook shot too. Will he tip Meridia, or will he finally bite the bullet and go to a pendant dungeon?
He's thinking.
Looks like he's going for Meridia. So quite a bit to check here. We've got a lot of things you can find here, but this item up here is not reachable, and fortunately it's not required. Big 20 in the Super Missile location, so that's also skippable. Next up will be Mama Turtle's 2 items, hopefully. Yep. Yep, he stopped for a second, like, maybe not. Super missiles of the tank over here. I'll grab them because he's running low on super missiles in general. So next up, there are 3 checks to do on upper left Meridia. And then after that we get to the complicated stuff, because there's 2 more locked out items from Speed Booster that you can get with a clip. And then there are the sand pits, the dreaded sand pits that you have to check after saving and then probably resetting because you don't want to go all the way around to get them again. I feel bad for the 100% runners for sure. Kamadora doing a gravity jump. He's got space jump, so I don't know why he's needing to do that. Unless I've missed something. I guess he forgot he had space jump for a split second. Based on that reaction. 10 arrows. Did not look impressed by looking at that at all. Really not finding what he's looking for at all. It still looks like maybe that swamp might just have this space jump. Possibly. Huh. Okay, so you have 2 items over here that you can't logically get without a speed booster. However, if you do it correctly, you can still get it with the little clipping. Looks like he's probably going to go instead. Well, actually, he might be going for it. Just saving, just to be safe, because if you don't do it right, you can soft lock yourself, and you don't want to do that right now. Yeah, he's going for the clip. Or he's going to check the first item and then probably do it, maybe? No, maybe not. Never mind then. Kamadora doing what he does best, proving me wrong. Well, there's Charge Beam, so that'll make Mother Brain a lot easier to deal with. That reaction probably saying he wished he had that earlier. And or probably wishing he didn't find that there. He's resetting, so he might come back and get it later. Poor Lionel Fist having to exercise button pressing on and off. Okay, we're gonna see what's in the left sand pit. If it's nothing important, then the play is probably... Well, actually there's Plasma Beam, because he never checked that. Plasma Beam, but then aside from that, yep, oh, no, trash talk. So it looks like it's gonna be for sure Plasma Beam next, possibly. If not that, then Swamp? Appears to want the Energy Tank, though. Well, there he wanted to troll us and go for the 1 rupee and prove me wrong again, but, you know, who knows at this point. The Red Eye Hour? More like the Graveyard Shift. But I'm awake, so why not? Okay, he's definitely going up to check Plasma Beam now. I mean, he better be. There's nothing else to check up here. Can't prove me wrong here. Well, there's a hook shot, so Swamp Palace is now fully completable. So, looks like that's probably the play at this point. So it looks like we are going to go back out of Meridia. Swamp Palace is probably the only. Well, I mean, Pod is a play too, but I mean, why? Ice Palace isn't doable without Mitt, so that's a negative. As is Ashwala. And we get the weird sound issue when you come out the store for some reason. I don't know why it does that, but it always bugged me a bit. Mitts they are kind of go mode at this point. The only thing that would stop Kamadora in his tracks is if Turtle Rock is Bombos locked, which required him going to bomb. We know where Bombos is, thankfully. It's just, you know, he doesn't know. So Commodore's gonna check Bombo's tablet real quick. Oh, that's definitely not a good find. So this puts Shack Tool in play. I don't know if he's probably thinking about going there at this point. He is thinking, which this could be bad. Uh-oh, is he thinking Shack Tool? He might be thinking Shack Tool at this point. What is he doing? Uh-oh, those look like Shack Tool. Maybe, actually, I don't know. Well, maybe not, actually. I don't know where else he would be. Oh, yep, nope, yep. This definitely looks like Shack Tool. He is going straight for Shack Tool. Oh boy. Well, we'll see what Shack Tool has today then.
Again, I would like to point out that I strongly disagree with this play. He's making a gamble for one item when Swamp has 6. He did the same thing for Meyer. I just don't agree with this play right now.
It's a terrible decision, but on the other hand, after what Swag Elminster did a few days ago, this doesn't even compare to that. In his case, he wasted 15 minutes doing these checks. I mean, I will admit, I am very curious to what Shack Tool does have, though. He appears to be thinking very carefully. Hey, it's everyone's favorite moving thing. It's the Shack Tool Man. And if it's not a man, then I don't. Also, be prepared to sit back and relax because Kamadora is gonna take a 5-minute break now. So yeah. No, seriously, he's gonna take a 5-minute break.
Oh, okay.
At this point, we would like to have a word from our sponsors. Today's sponsors are going to be the Hyper Beam Coffee, bringing you all of your rainbow coffee drink dreams today, straight from Motherbrain. Today's other sponsor is Mini Crade, when one boss just isn't enough.
That killed like 30 seconds. I think this is the point where he's actually going to take a break. I remember seeing in the race chat that he was going to leave us in suspense for like 5 minutes. 5 or 6, possibly.
Yeah, if everyone needs to take a stretch, this would be a good time to do it.
Get outside, grab the nice little lawn chair, the sunglasses. Oh wait, it's night. Never mind.
Yeah.
Ignore that thought.
Maybe if you're in Fiji, but you know.
I'm in Florida. It's 3:06 in the morning, so negative. Unless I'm having one of those weird dreams where the sun is up in the early morning, but no.
Actually, this would be a good idea to play a game. Chat, what do you think this item is going to be?
Oh yeah.
Press F. Press F if it's going to be Speed Booster. Press G if it's going to be Bombo. Well, we already know it's not.
If you press C, you're
M for
wrong.
Or just type out what you think it's gonna be.
The single arrow, I would love to see that at this point. That would make him panic.
Got lots of votes for a big
What's
20.
C? Let me see here. What would be C?
Speed booster.
Be in a bottle? I don't remember how many bottles we've seen. It's either 3 or 4. I don't remember if we... Well, have we seen all 4? Or was it just 3? I don't
I
remember.
think I've only seen 2. I may have missed one.
Admittedly, I don't remember the bottles.
I only remember seeing like maybe 2. I don't remember anymore. But before you know it, it's going to be the bug catching net, and then we'll be depressed again.
Blue Boomerang? Yeah, we haven't seen Blue Boomerang yet.
Why would we want that, though?
Yeah, we found the shovel.
Yeah, that's already been found. I already made the joke that we can't find shovel in Taking Game.
Frank,
Fury left.
Kama is taking a quick break. And Pansnek has forfeited, so Kama's playing on his own right now, but he's taking a quick break.
Yeah, he needs to take a break for his left hand. Completely understandable.
His left hand has been doing a lot of deep presses tonight. Which brings us to our next sponsor. Your personal trainer is the Chozo statue today. Sign up. Get your membership in.
Where do you come up with all this stuff? I swear.
When you hang out with MST as much as I do, you come up with some of the craziest things.
I can 100% believe that, because in my limited time of being around him, I wish I wasn't.
If it were the Chozo statue, it'd be like, act now and learn how to grab missiles and throw them back at your enemies.
Oh, that's child's play compared to what Golden Chorizo can do.
Yeah.
I mean, Golden Chorizo can just sidestep those missiles like they're nothing.
That is correct, Spike. I've actually been watching some NYPD Blue lately because I fell in love with that show and I've been wanting to watch it again. Real talk.
Sitting back, relaxing in a lawn chair with that on a portable system. Sitting back and relaxing on that graveyard ledge. Never gonna forget that. Stop me if you can, because you're not.
This seed actually was a jet seed for the longest time, but as classic jet seeds go, we're waiting on that 1 or 2 trolley items.
Yeah, our first progressive glove was Meyer Shed. Our second progressive glove, we have no idea. I'm just waiting for him to find Speed Booster, being forced to go to a waterway at this point. Or Criteria Supers. I don't think anyone's actually checked to see what that is.
And then for other obscure locations, there's the other aqueduct item, which he didn't snail clip into. There's a lot of one-shot... Yeah, there's a lot of one-off locations where Kamadora could check.
And they're all pretty one-off and far away. Looks like he has returned, and we're gonna find out that it is crap.
Freaking A.
But it's crap that he kind of needs because he didn't get Charge Beam. Otherwise, he would have saved and quit and ran away.
Frank Pansnek was tired and he was not happy with his progression, so he cut himself out about half an hour ago.
Probably thinking, I wonder where he's going now. I mean, I can only think of Swamp at this point, unless he's thought of some one-off location that he's missed and is gonna go check that instead.
All the hate for Shack Tool right now.
I only hate him because Metroid MST made me hate him. It's all his fault. And as is a lot of other things too.
Blinger, it was super missiles.
Just a pack of supers, not really, you know, progressively needed at this point. Looks like Kama is going back to Zelda, so maybe Swamp Palace? Or maybe Pod.
Neo before Pod.
Yeah, Pet can't have anything important anymore. I mean, it can have Speed Booster for all we know, but who cares? Looks like the play is now Swamp Palace. I mean, at this point, it's gotta be Swamp. I can't think of anywhere else this can be. Hookshot doesn't really unlock anything else right now, especially since we don't have Titan Smith for Hookshot Cave. I mean, it does give you access to Paradox Cave, but we already had that through the Mirror and Hammer. Bombos and Ether Tablets are checked and out of the way. So now the question is, will he find Titan Smith here, or will he find Speed Booster here? That would be pretty trolly if it was Speed Booster. Kamadora spent that 5 seconds thinking about that same question I just said. Or something completely different. Who knows at this point? Alright, time to start getting those checks out of the way. See what we got here. Getting the hammer out and ready for the next area. Heart piece. Not what we're looking for.
Actually, the crossover is still using version 29 of Link to the Past, so hint tiles are not a thing.
I don't even like looking for hints. I just like running into it blindly without any sort of outside help. That's why I turn hints off in Ocarina of Time Rando. Hints just take a lot of surprise out of everything. Sahasrahla telling you Green Pendant's location and pedestal stuff, and being the exception to that, I would definitely want to know in advance what those are, because, Alrighty, so gonna have to check the left side. I mean, we don't want to skip anything at this point, and God only knows where the stuff is at the right. There are 2 checks over here. I do see a lot of runners skip over this, usually when they're feeling confident in where everything is. But more often than not, when I've played, I've found important items on the left side, so I've just learned never to skip it. Just don't do it, because then you might regret it later. And coming back to get it makes it completely out of the way, kind of like Shack Tool. Pansnek forfeited earlier. A little fatigue got to him. The seed was not going very well. The seed has been trolly lately. Big props to Kamadora for being a real trooper and managing to keep up with the seed, for it's just shenanigans. It's just throwing out like crazy. The enemies are gonna get you, Kamadora. You might want to wake up and smell the... I don't know whether there's a smell here. Water? Humidity? I'll go. A nope tank? Well, that's definitely a nope to that. And the compass. So the left was actually pretty useless today. So the big question today is, where is that there Mitts? I almost said, where is that there Misery Mire, but that's not what we're looking for. Already done that. Not necessarily needed at this point. Gonna have to come back to the chest with the big key, assuming it has something worthwhile and not like the map or something. I don't know where we found them. I've seen the compass. If he had the big key, I would have imagined he'd open the big chest. I haven't seen it yet, so no. So it's almost time for a nice, lovely little Argus adventure. As my friends started calling it, probably because of Isle of Rebirth, but that Argus was hard, so who knows. Oh, there's the speed booster. That's probably kind of the... That's one of the two things I didn't really want to see pop up, actually. Kamadora's showing his frustration but coming back to kill those enemies specifically. Gets to go on a little staircase adventure because these staircases just like to be weird. So, who wants to bet the mitts were in Waterway, or who wants to think they are in, whatever that giant room in Metroid is called that we didn't show the other item from. There's also Criteria's Shaft Supers too, apparently. Swamp appears to be the play. It's not looking like to be a very nice play, but it's a play nonetheless. Money is not the thing you want to see. Note to self, remember that the next time I go up those stairs. Good idea. Aqueduct. I'll never remember that name, I swear. That doesn't seem like an aqueduct to me. Kamadora trying to go for the 2-cycle. Looks like he's gonna get it. And the big floating Argus thing is dead. And he's gonna give us our wonderful Power Bomb expansion. Which means it's off to the speed boost locations for that mitt. At this point, they have to be in one of those 3 spots. Which one will they be? Well, we're gonna find out soon. Aqueduct. I agree with that statement. Looks like he's probably going to do Criteria's Shaft Supers first since he's going back to the ship. And then possibly Waterway, and if both of those are negative, it's off to Meridia. Getting a ammo refill here, not a bad idea. No charge means he's going to have to go through a Mother Brain with the ammunition instead. Kamadora has not stepped foot in Pod yet. So technically, he has that play to do too. He's just, not thinking about it. Or he's psychically realizing that Pod doesn't have it, and is choosing to do speed booster paths instead. He's gotta be a psychic at this point. There's no other way. There's no other way. Misses the Shine Spark. Bubbles is in Pod. Well, this is not the answer, unfortunately, so that's 2 more spots left that this can be in. appears to be going back to Alpha Missiles, or oh, maybe not. I don't know where he's going. Going back. Oh, it looks like he's taking this way to get to Waterway, I guess? Or he's gonna kill Mother Brain instead. Nope, he's going this way. I guess this might be faster? I don't know, question mark? Unless there's a check over here he may think he missed. Yeah, no Ice Palace. You gotta have Titan's Mid to reach that place, and we don't have that. It's the magical question of the day: is where is our second progressive glove? It's the one trolley item that we're still trying to find. And this is the problem with Ice Beam. It stops your enemies and you can't speed boost through them. Okay, so it's time to get our waterway check. Alright, who's ready for this to be the Mitts? There's a 1 in 2 chance of this being Mitts. Come on, Mitts. Oh, God. Okay, so I think the only place it can be now is Aqueduct. And if it's not an Aqueduct, then I have no idea. I'm literally out of ideas besides that last spot. I was honestly hoping that was it. He might be going for Mother Brain now. No, he might be going back to Zelda. Could be thinking Pod. Or he's gonna go right through the Norfair exit and check the Aqueduct that way. I mean, Pod has Bombos, but he doesn't know that. He has not touched Pod. So, for all you know, the Mitts could be in Pod. But we know they're not. I mean, this is definitely not a very good logical choice to make at this point. But, from what we know, this is a good choice to make because we know Pod doesn't have what he's looking for. And unless he's psychic, he shouldn't know what Pod has at the moment either. Pedestal has nothing important left on it. Alright, time to get our Titan Spit from here. Because if they're not here, then I don't even know anymore. Hey! Oh no! He goes down. Well, we got Titan Spit access, so he's gonna take that and hopefully go onward to Turtle Rock. Oh, believe me, we're as frustrated as you are, don't worry. We totally understand you 100% here. So, he is possibly in go mode. It all comes down to what the medallion is at Turtle Rock. There's a 66% chance, 66.666666% chance that it is gonna be either Quake or Ether. If it is not, then he's gotta go find Bombos, which we know is in Pod. The question is, will he take that as an opportunity to instead go to Ice Palace, which will have nothing? I'll never try a snow clip. I've only done it once. And I learned it, and then I immediately tried doing it without gravity suit, which is apparently a thing you don't do. So, yeah. I've only succeeded in doing it once correctly, and failed many times doing it completely incorrectly. So can't blame him for not knowing it. I myself don't really know how to do the wave gate skip over at Brindstar. I've only done it once with the high jump boots, and I wasn't able to even get it again. Alright, time to see what this magic location of Turtle Rock is going to be locked by. Honestly, I think Kamadora suffered enough. Let's hope it's Quake or Ether. Bring the seed to a majestic end so we can move on and be happy. Or be stuck here all night because Bombos is somewhere out there and Kammadora's refusing to check the right place for him. Because then it's going to be Pod. He's going to search every single spot aside from that one spot in Pod. And then at this rate, Big Key's going to be chest number 22, and he's practically 100% both game. Arg. I mean, yeah, you can check Hookshot Cave. There's nothing there, but you can check it. Praise the Lord, it is Ether, so we don't have to go for Bombos. He's not going to be touching Pod with a 6-foot yardstick. I don't think yardsticks are 6 foot. I don't know where that came from. Anyways, he's going to be entering Turtle Rock now. He is Go mode. Confirmed Go mode because he does have the boots and, you know, he can be wherever it wants to be in Ganon's castle or tower. I'm mixing up with Ocarina of Time now. It's late. Leave me alone. Yeah, I know yardsticks are 3 foot. Again, it's 3:33 in the morning. My brain starts to get all a little jibber jabber rigger rabber crazy. So yeah, I'm sure everyone in the East Coast and probably the drowsy people in Europe are thinking the same thing. If you're West Coast, you don't count. Anyways. So we got 2 checks over here. Yeah, Kama's got plenty of ammo. He does not need to worry about getting charged. So pretty much Kammadora's got to be looking out for that big key. Okay, you know what? I should just shut up from now on. Note to self: shut up. You are riddled with Commendator's blessing at this point, and you don't want to give runners that easy of a playthrough. Okay, now Kamadora is pretty much looking out for 2 small keys to finish this dungeon. If luck is in his favor, he will probably... if he finds 1 key here, then he can just skip straight to the end almost. He can steal a key from one of the places on the way. You can steal a key that would normally get you where the big key chest is. Well, the chest that has a big key. So he would require to find another small key from somewhere. Possibly being able to skip Blaze Bridge, which would be nice. I am confirmed to have Commentator's blessing. I'm the opposite of Kuchiri. Oh god, that's a scary thought. Anyways, it looks like Kamadora's gonna go steal a small key from over here real quick. Managed to kill that thing before becoming bunnified. Yes, I call it bunnified.